Hello fat stringers and low-end lovers, how the devil are you? And welcome to today's bass guitar lesson. And today we have this kind of thing. It's definitely a thing and it's definitely musical. Yeah, it sounds simple, but there's actually like a really devious little bit here that you may enjoy. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're made up of these kind of like downstrokes. I just want to say, like, the reason I do these, like, I mean, I do a lot of downstrokes, don't I? I do a lot of this kind of, you know, and the reason that I do that is because me and my mate Matt, when we first kind of like got together and started writing music when we were, I don't know, what, 18, 19, we couldn't find a drummer. We couldn't find a drummer anywhere, and we were just practicing in my room. We couldn't have drums in there anyway. So when we were playing, instead of going dun 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 dun, dun, which you would do if you kind of had a drummer, dun, 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 I had to add the percussive part that a drummer would maybe play to keep everything in time. So if we're playing, if a bassist and a guitarist are playing together, you know, something needs to be kind of holding it, and it is my job as a bass player to be holding that. So what I would do was, and the downstroke would kind of act as a snare almost, yeah? So I had to have this percussive edge, and in doing that, that kind of taught me, I mean, we did that for a couple of years before we got a drummer and went on to be in a band, but that kind of taught me, I just got into this kind of like routine, and I do this and it's just stuck with me, and it's just a technique that is rarely used, but I just really enjoy it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come to the 9th fret on the A string right there with your index finger. Play that with your thumb, okay? Yeah, that's your big finger. Right, and then come to the 11th, oh, I make myself laugh. And then come to the 11th fret on the D and the G strings with your ring on the D, okay, and your little finger on the G. So we have, and then you're going to do a downstroke. You're going to downstroke that D and the G string. Bum, 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 bum. And then you can deaden the notes real quick, and that's going to give us the percussion that we need. If we didn't deaden those notes, we'd have this. And who's ever heard of a snare that just sustains off into the sunset? Not me. Bam, bam. And then you're going to come to the 9th fret on the D string with your index finger. Okay, and then the 11th fret on the D string with your ring finger, and you're going to play this with your thumb. Okay. Okay, and then come to the 9th fret on the G string with your index finger. Oops, daisy. Okay, so bam, 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 bam. Okay, and then you're going to come to the 11th fret on the D string with your ring finger. And this is the thing. You're going to come to the 9th fret on the G string with your index finger, but you're not really going to play it. If you did play it, you'd have this. Okay, which is nice. But I want a percussive edge, so. Okay, bum, 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 bum. So what I'm actually doing there is I'm sustaining the chord, but I'm playing there on the D string, that note we want. But this note here, okay, is just going to lay over the strings, and we're just going to have this, which is not just a note; it's also a mute. Yeah, and it's so subtle. The note itself would be this. Oh, blooming hell! You can't really do it with just a downstroke on one string. It's difficult. So you're just going to play. So you're going to play that 11th fret there, and you're going to play a mute, and it's going to give us our note and a mute, which is going to give us the percussion that we want. Okay, and then you're going to come down to the 9th fret on the D string with your index finger. Slow. It's so subtle. Okay, and then we're going to come down to the 5th fret, okay, on the A string, index finger. Exactly the same thing. Everything you played up here transposed down here to the 5th fret on the A string. I don't think I need to go through that, do I? I think you guys are smart, and if you've been doing my lessons for a while now, you should be able to understand that. So everything you do here, just do the exact same thing down here. Yeah, so that's it. That's the way I like to get kind of like a percussive feel or a percussive edge. If you are a bass player, you're playing with a guitarist, you don't have a drummer, you don't have any percussion, then this is just a good way of kind of like getting that little bit of percussion across. And when you do finally get to play with a drummer and you keep that, drummers love that, man. Anyway, I shall see you in tomorrow's bass lesson.